There's times that I'll get on it with sonar. I'll set up my contour way a ledge runs. If I want to cover a lot of water in a real fast period of time, I'll take like a DD22 or a fast running crankbait, and I parallel that ledge. I'll work it up the top of that ledge. I work it down over it. Then I'll crank that bait real hard, and I work that bait where I get it down there to its maximum depth. So there's not a wrong way to do it, but you have to do these techniques where that you get some success at it, because fish have got to tell you what they want. It doesn't matter what I want or what he wants, You have actually got to get out there and do a little jump fishing. That's why you pre-fish. That's why you play around with lures and different types of techniques. Any given day it can change. So when you get that first bite, that's first plus. Might not be the fish you want, but you've done something right. So be repetitive in what you're doing. The way you made that cast, the way I hit that bank, or how deep I'm fishing. That's when you make your bait choices, the type of lures you use. Yeah.
Can you give me a demonstration?
They would probably be caught, yeah, maybe. I haven't tried that since I've been here. We've been talking. We'll catch one before I get down from here. I ain't gonna make no bets. I'm not a betting man. My daddy told me, he said, don't ever make a bet something that you can't afford to lose. So I never could afford to lose much. I fish for a living. But there's so many different type lures out there. Just an example. This is a buddy of mine makes this bait. I'm not trying to sell any baits. I'm just talking about colors and reasons I make decisions. Darker the water, fellas. Darker the water, darker the bait. And I want to make that kind of clear. Some people grasp it, some people don't. When I make a color selection on my lures, I look at if my water's stained, whether it's muddy. I fish Del Hollow Lake. Muddy water just don't really exist for me much, does it? It don't exist much. It's clear, real super clear water. So I get a little bit of color. That's why I fish mud lines. If I got boat traffic or wind and I get a mud line along a clay bank, I'm going to fish it. They're going to use that mud line just like they would be in a brush pile or a treetop. Bait selection again. If I've got a mud line, I'll reach down my boat and I'll pick up a jig. I'll roll cast a jig up in there and fish it, or I'll throw a worm up in there. Okay? Now, if I'm a tournament angler and I'm covering a lot of speed, a lot of times you can take a spinner bait. Take a spinner bait and hit them mud lines. I have been on the lakes during the day, and I hit treetops, laydowns. They're using that as their prime cover. That's a good post-spawn place to locate bass, especially smallmouth. I specialize in catching smallmouth because, shoot, I work on Del Hollow Lake. That'd be like a sturgeon fisherman may fish Del Hollow if ain't no sturgeon there. We've got such a number of smallmouth. I've tried to specialize and learn there.